Hello and welcome to the Daily Space for today, Thursday, April 2nd, 2020. I'm your host, Dr. Pamela Gay, and I am here to put science in your brain. It has been 33 days since I last left my yard, and the bad angel sitting on my shoulder would like to let you know that it is spring and it is glorious out there. And if we don't shelter in place and flatten that curve, none of us get to go to the garden shop to get all the things we need to keep the bugs away and make observing from our balconies, patios, and gardens the pleasure that it should be. And we have a lot of cool stuff to observe coming up in the near future. And there is so much more we'd all like to be doing. Folks, I know it's getting hard, but it's important we all, just stay put and find reasons to socialize online instead of straying out into the real world. Here at the Daily Space, we are normally happy to travel with you to the gym, the laundromat, and all the other weird and random places we go to in our normal lives, and then watch Twitch or YouTube or listen to podcasts while they're there. Right now, though, I hope we're coming to you as you hang out in your favorite chair, as you do dishes in your own kitchen, or as you hang out in that awesome new blanket fort you and your cat have constructed with sofa cushions and grandma's Afghan. Stay home, people. Stay home. And let's focus on learning some science. Today, I am pleased to share that astronomers have finally and pretty incontrovertibly found an intermediate mass black hole, an object too big to be the result of a single giant star dying and too small to have formed at the heart of a large galaxy. This new object, named 3XMM J2150022.4-055108, is estimated to be 50,000 times bigger than our sun, which may seem big, but for perspective, our Milky Way has a black hole at its center that is 4.1 million solar masses. Since intermediate black holes can't be part of a binary star system, and they don't have massive galaxies pointing at their location, trying to find them has been a challenge. Black holes don't give off any light, and the only ways we can pinpoint their placement are to look for the telltale light of a surrounding disk of material to catch the high-energy flash of something falling past their event horizon, or get lucky and see them gravitationally lensing the light of a more distant object. So far, gravitational lensing surveys have failed us, and constantly bright accretion disks haven't been a thing we could find. Coming to the rescue and allowing us to finally find one of these objects was an X-ray flash caught by Chandra X-ray Observatory and followed up on with the Hubble Space Telescope. The actual image of this object is kind of boring. The image shows the area where this object is located is just, the outskirts of a not too distant galaxy. It appears to be a star cluster just hanging out. Yeah, near but not too near. A galaxy. Amusingly, the boringness of this actual image seems to have inspired Hubble Europe, HEIC, and Hubble USA, the Space Telescope Science Institute, to create two different illustrations of this system, with this image, the European graphic, being, in my opinion, a truly magnificent graphic and the superior of the two. This flare of X-ray that was caught by Chandra is consistent with an intermediate black hole coming from a star cluster. And this is exactly what folks would expect. We can't say exactly how you form one of these mid-sized relativity machines, but we think they're formed either through chaotic processes that lead to the formations of dwarf galaxies, or through the collisions of and mergers of myriad objects in dense environments. The distant star cluster where this object was seen could easily be a dwarf galaxy caught up and shredded a bit by the galaxy it now orbits. This work is published in a new paper in the astrophysical journal Letters and is led by Daheng Lin of the University of New Hampshire. My favorite part of the story is that this black hole was discovered by Chandra, by accident. Chandra just happened to be pointed in exactly the right direction when the black hole ate a star or something else and flared up in X-rays as that something was destroyed. For all we know, the myriad dwarf galaxies around our own galaxy could be rich in these same kinds of intermediate mass objects. But we haven't been able to find them because they just haven't been eating while we're looking. Understanding how stars die and how they form so many different things has really been a favorite task of astronomers since we began to understand the nuclear processes that drive stars and the quantum processes that hold their degenerate carcasses, together. And this is science we've only been doing for about 100 years. One of our biggest struggles has been in sorting out what happens with stars in the 8 to 10 solar mass range that may end up finding white dwarfs, but may also explode as supernovae and become neutron stars. Exactly which of these two outcomes occurs is a complex problem that includes understanding how much mass is lost through stellar winds and sorting out all the nuclear fusion processes in the stellar cores. At this mass, the last stage of a star's evolution includes the formation of a core rich in oxygen, neon, and magnesium. At this point, the star is supported through a combination of light pressure from burning shells of hydrogen and helium, and by electron pressure in that core. In our traditional way of thinking, the ultimate fate of the star is determined by how much mass the star loses while undergoing this final burning. But in new research from the Cavalli Institute, scientists postulate that the neon and magnesium in the core can undergo electron capture, grabbing up free electrons and converting them into neutrons, neutrinos, and heat. This drives the oxygen to ignite, radically decreases the electron pressure supporting the star. And when all this happens, the system, a supernova is now in the star's destiny, and a neutron star is the result that will someday occur. I'd like to point out that this story came with what is the weirdest illustration I have ever seen in an astronomy press release. It's meant to depict the electrons getting gobbled up, but it's just weird. I have no clue what was going on in the head of the illustrator at the Cavalli Institute, but I appreciate the deep sense of distracting confusion that this illustration has caused me. Go you? Anyways, that is all that we have got for today. Tomorrow, we're going to be focusing on upcoming things that you're going to be able to see if you have clear skies. Now, as a reminder, as part of helping us all keep occupied in these really weird times, we're going to be hosting a lot of additional content on our Twitch channel. And we want to remind you that CosmoQuest has an active community on Discord where you can talk science, find ways to get involved as a volunteer, and even find other people to join you in playing online games. You can find links to everything that is going on at cosmoquest.org. Thank you all for being here. Today's script was written by me, Dr. Pamela Gay, and The Daily Space is produced by Susie Murph. The Daily Space is a product of the Planetary Science Institute, a 501c3 nonprofit dedicated to exploring our solar system and beyond. We are here thanks to the generous contributions of people like you. The best way you can support us is at patreon.com/CosmoQuestX. Like us? Please share us. You never know whose life you can change by adding a daily dose of science. All right, that's it. I am now going to answer your questions. And if I'm looking at the camera awkwardly, it's because I realized only after I sat down and had everything set up, I thought that the camera is a foot lower than it's supposed. Well, it's more like 6 inches lower than it's supposed to be. So I'm like, okay, can I read the teleprompter? All right, let's see what all is in here. Moving the questions closer. Was it an April 1st release for that weird picture? No, Broken Symmetry. That really super weird picture that I'm just going to leave up there because that is a so weird it needs to be celebrated picture. That's just the picture they decided to come up with the neon attracting all the electrons that are now going to get gobbled up. Yeah, I want to know what that illustrator was eating, smoking, drinking. I don't know. So Henny's Vorverb asks, what kind of stars explode like this? We can get stellar explosions that lead to neutron stars from roughly 8 to 10 solar mass stars up to, we're not entirely sure at what point they actually just blow themselves apart or create a black hole. We're still trying to figure out mass loss. It's hard. Okay, I actually am going to just like replace that with a picture of a sleeping dog, I think. Because, yeah, sleeping dog. All right. Let's see what else is going on. I'm going to work backwards through the chat for a change. Let's see. A cosmic anglerfish, Larry Weird points out. Yes, and I lost the phrase anglerfish. So thank you for reminding me what kind of fish that is, because you just saved me trying to look it up before I do the podcast version. So Larry says, the two illustrations for the first story is different ranges in the electromagnetic spectrum, perhaps. Thank you, Broken Symmetry. Stella heard the noise and is very interested. Malachi is too lazy to stand up. He's like, can you just throw some directly to me here on the ground? Yes, Malachi, I can do that. It's a sleepy dog day around here. So no, let me actually switch back to the slides and show you these two illustrations. So there are different stages in the process, or different scale sizes in the process of doom. So this image from the United States Space Telescope Science Institute in Baltimore shows a star getting shredded with its material falling into a disk around a giant event horizon. I have a problem with the scales in this image. Now, the other image from the European team shows a much more dainty event horizon with a much bigger accretion disk around it, which I think is a much more reasonable way of looking at this. And I just like this illustration coming to us from Europe a whole lot more. So it's different scale sizes and assumptions. So US image, European image. Going back to the cute and sleepy doggos, because let's face it, we all need cute and sleepy right now. All right, so let's see what else is in here. So Fenmill says, I thought they had nailed down a 50,000 solar mass black hole for the LMC. I don't think they've nailed it down. This one was a little bit more solid because they had the X-ray observations. We still don't have those X-rays to say, yes, black hole for the Large Magellanic Cloud. Let's see what else is in here. Degenerate Carcasses is the name of a punk band. Yes, Larry, it really should be. It really should be. It is one of my favorite random phrases I've managed to throw in so far. Yeah, this intermediate black hole has a truly terrible name. I concur. Keeper is at day 14 of 14 on his mandated quarantine after returning to Canada from the United States. He and his excellent immune system can now dangerously go buy groceries. I still recommend you stay home. Please, please take care of yourself, all of you. And if you order Instacart, do not order it 4 times a week because you keep forgetting something. Do an order every other week and tip the shit out of the person bringing you food. They're risking their lives. They're essential workers just like everyone working at a hospital, trying to make sure that we get the things we need. And they're gig workers. They don't have unemployment. They don't have sick leave. So this is one of those times when I say, if you're affluent enough, pay money to someone who's a gig worker to help take care of you and pay them more than you normally would so that they can, well, keep going. All right. Oh, did I say March 2nd? Oh, shoot. I bet I did. I'm going to fix that right now in the script. Mornings, people. Mornings. They're not easy. No, I have April 2nd written. I also wrote Wednesday, April 2nd, so Lord knows what came out of my mouth. I think I corrected the Thursday, and it's entirely possible that I corrected the Thursday and then broke the April part of what I have written in the script. Sigh. Yeah. And I think that carried me all the way back to the beginning of the episode. Have there been any more questions? Oh, it was on the title. Okay. Yeah, that wasn't me. I'm sorry. But we all make mistakes because mornings are hard. I'm pleased to share Annie, my co-host here on this channel, Binary Ablaze, is actually starting to feel a little bit better, or at least she was yesterday. We're hoping it's continuing on. Can't promise she'll be here next week. Let's face it, if you're sick, take time to get better. But I am pleased she was starting to feel a little bit better. Hanny points out 2020 is sort of tense. Yeah, it is. But we'll get through things together. Trucker Kev, she just picked up what I'm going to call the creeping crud, because let's face it, no one is properly diagnosing anything right now in this country. We do miss Annie Wayne Johnson. We do. So I think that's about it. I think it is time for me to contemplate recording the podcast. Exciting things for next week. We are going to have Stuart Robbins coming on Tuesday to talk about the imaging work that he's been doing with the planet Mars. Hopefully he'll be sharing some of his amazing images. We are going to have to sort out Wednesday and Thursday. I think everything's fine. I'm doing an online workshop for some folks. I need to double check. Thursday might start 5 minutes late just to get everything going. Ooh, Deep DPI has no Instacart in Germany. Yeah. It's a weird world, weird times. So, other things planned. If you need a distraction, I have been working on reading Mur Lafferty's amazing and a little bit painful at times because it hits you in the heart. Marco and the Red Granny in evenings over on my personal Twitch channel, Starstrider. You're always welcome. Beyond that, this weekend, I don't know what's going to happen on this channel. There will be space art over on the Starstrider channel, and we're still sorting. It'll be good to be back to a fully operational CosmoQuest with no one sick. I'm so grateful for all of the volunteers that are stepping forward. You're really making all the difference. So I'll do what I can to hang out and keep things going. But like I said, for now, I need to record the podcast. NASA brought back the worm logo. Where did they do that, Fenmill? Can I has a sword? I heard it's dangerous outside. I think I can give you a sword. I think I can give you a sword. You now have a sword. Welcome to your sword, DPI. Welcome to your sword. NASA featured the worm is back. I thought the worm was gone forever. All right. All right. That will go into tomorrow's news. The original NASA insignia is one of the most powerful symbols in the world. A bold, patriotic red chevron, wing piercing a blue sphere representing a planet with white stars. Enter the cleaner, slicker design born in 75. It featured a simple red, unique type style in the word NASA. Called the worm. Okay, that's a thing. Oh, and my husband is reminding me I forgot to take out the chicken to thaw for dinner tonight. I get to respond, I'm a terrible human being, and forgot. All right, I don't know what we're eating for dinner tonight. I may get to explore the defrost button on the microwave. That's a thing. Oops. So Paranor, you just broke my brain because to me, drumsticks are ice cream cones. And those really, really shouldn't be cooked. I'm really hoping you ate part of a yard bird. Yeah, bits for dinner. It's true, we could indeed eat some of the bits. Do you want these? There you go. Alrighty. Paranor's like, dang, I want a drumstick ice cream now. It's true. It's true. Ooh, Keeper said the Instacart fairy brought him ice cream cones. That is amazing. Larry, Popeyes may still be open. And Uber Eats is doing lots of creative things right now. I think Austin has Uber Eats. I think these are things to be figured out. Anyways, I am going to look into getting back to recording the podcast and just keeping everything going around here, which apparently requires me to first look frantically around all my monitors and press all the buttons I need to press. Is there anyone that folks would like me to raid in particular today? Let's see who is currently up. Raid a channel. Professor Melko is currently going. Not seeing bother. Am I missing Okay, I'm going to go with Professor Melko. So we're going to raid Professor Melko. All of you, get your emotes out and emote the bejesus out of his stream and give him a scientific welcome to the day. And just to remind you, this has been The Daily Space. I am your host, Dr. Pamela Gay, and I am here to put science in your brain. And I hope that I already have, and I'm deeply confused at why the credits aren't rolling. Okay, they will be in a moment. We have been a production of the Planetary Science Institute, a 501c3 nonprofit dedicated to exploring our solar system and beyond. This episode will be produced by Susie Murph, and we are here thanks to the generous contributions and volunteer efforts of people like you. Thank you for everything you do. Your bits, your subs, your patronage at patreon.com/CosmoQuestX, and all the things you volunteered to do over on Discord. This is what keeps us going. For now, have a fabulous morning, evening, or afternoon. And remember, stay inside and wash your hands. Bye-bye, everyone.